What's up, you guys? I'm back. Don't mind the all black. I just wore this. I don't know why I got all black on, to be honest with you. I think it's kind of dumb. But welcome back, guys, to another Core Undisputed. Let's get right into it. So, if it wasn't yesterday, it was about 2 days ago. De'Aaron Fox said something about college ball, how he doesn't really enjoy watching it. He can't watch a game anymore. Says that the officiating's bad, coaches aren't really good, shot creating isn't really all there. Basically saying like college ball isn't at the professional level, so everything seems kind of, I guess you could say a downgrade from where he's at. I feel like there's some truth and there's some things that I'm like, I don't really see. So let's talk about it. So first off, shot creating. Of course, in the NBA, shot creating is more prevalent than in college. In college, you're gonna be really working with a team. Like, it's really team ball. Then in the NBA, it's team ball, but I feel like on certain teams, it relies too much on one person. Whereas college ball, it is varied. It's really like team. Like, anybody can get 20 points, anybody can get 10, all that. And there's rare cases where I hear like, oh, an offense is run by like just one guy, and I mean like just one guy. Officiating, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't really watch college ball like that, but in all honesty, officiating in the NBA isn't really up there. I don't know how they do it at the college level. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but I feel like officiating in the NBA should be better than college. But in the NBA, especially this season, we've been seeing some refs make some mistakes, and then let's talk about it. The technical fouls. The technical fouls can get excessive for some players, okay? That's not even just an opinion. I think that's just a fact. We've seen some of the most ridiculous technical fouls just in NBA history. Not even just this season. In the past 5 seasons, we've seen some ridiculous calls. And I want to say, like, college basketball, like, the reason why, I see why De'Aaron doesn't really like it, mainly because when you watch college ball, especially at the highest level, it's different than watching the NBA. Mainly because, for one, let's be honest, schools like Duke, UNC, Gonzaga, all that, they really have, like, basketball players come down there, play 1 year, and declare for the NBA and go off to play professional. A lot of the higher level college basketball teams, they're gonna have more guys that stay for 1 year, maybe 2, and they do other things. Which, I can't really blame them, because that's been the norm for, I'll probably say, since the 2000s. 2010s, because in the 90s and the 80s and the 70s, 60s, you played, well, actually, okay, I know the 70s and 80s, or the 70s, you had no choice but to play, a good 3 years at the college level, and then go to the NBA draft, because that was the norm. And with that being in mind, most of the teams are gonna have so many like new lineups every year. It's rare to have like a whole bunch of players, especially at the starting caliber, stay on that team for more than 1 year. Because really all you need is, like, if you're a really, really good player and you were a really good player in high school, you should need a 1 year breakout year. If you do good that 1 year in college, your lottery, if not lottery, your draft pick has been secured at that point. Like, guys like Mikey, if he does good in college for that 1 year, he's going straight to the NBA. And his draft pick, if his lottery If it's not, it doesn't matter. He's gonna get drafted. He's gonna get drafted, and his pick is secured. You know, Bronny, if he does good that 1 year in college, he's already been talked about as a lottery pick. All he has to do is one good year in college, and boom, you good. And I'm not even saying you have to be averaging 20. You could average literally 15, 5 and 5. 15, 5 and 5 in college is really good. So, you know what I mean? You're not trying to go to college and average 30 every game. No, you just need to average a good amount and have a good impact on your team, because it's college ball. We're not expecting like NBA level stats, okay? Let's be honest here. And then also now you're really kind of shunned if you do more than 1 year of college. Like, for instance, who's a good example? Probably, I think Donovan Mitchell, because he's not that high in his draft, but he's shown a lot of skill. And I think because, one, he played, because he got drafted in 2017, and he was 20. He was 20. So he basically did 2 years of college, and you know, he was still in the first round, my fault, the first round, but he didn't get picked up until I think the 21st pick, the 20th pick, kind of later on in the draft. And then we got Armando Bacot, my fault if I botched his name, plays for UNC. He's going into his 5th year playing. A lot of people say it's a mistake because his lottery pick is lowering because he's staying longer, and then he's getting a little older. Which I want to say, by the way, Armando's not that old. He's really just about to turn 23. He's going into his 5th year. I have no problem with a player saying, I want to stay in college, because I'm in college right now. I'm going to tell you, college is a great experience if you make it. And I think Armando just likes college. I think he likes college. He's going into his 5th year. It's not anything like mind-blowing, because, you know, he could get, if he stays that 5th year and gets his degree, and he may wants to get his degree. That's what Tim Duncan did. He stayed all 4 years in college because he promised his mom when she had cancer that he was going to get a degree. And he got a degree. There's nothing wrong with getting that degree. You know, and honestly, I think we should kind of bring back that norm of going to college and playing maybe 1 to 2, 3 years. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of players out there who mess themselves up for trying to get into the NBA too soon, when they know they need more time. And I feel like the NBA needs to, you know, appreciate that. Hey, you need more time? That's good. Because, of course, we have so many instances where they talk about how some players are immature, they're too young, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, that's what college is for. College helps you grow, helps you learn. Not only that, it shows you like how to be an adult, how to be responsible. Because if you're responsible in college, more than likely you get into like the NBA. It's almost like, you know, getting a job out of college. You're gonna be more responsible. And that's been the case for a lot of like great athletes who stayed in college for 3 years. Like, they were more responsible, especially when it came financially. Okay. So yeah. I guess I kind of see like what De'Aaron Fox talking about, but at the same time though, it's not really. Well, there's some things that college ball can do, because I know drill wise, JJ Redick, he talked about how the drills they're doing now, back when he was doing college, there's no difference. That does need to be addressed, is one thing. Other than that, there's really not much you can do about college ball, because like I said, especially at the higher level, to where they're broadcasted on ESPN, most of those guys go for the NBA draft, and you know, that's a whole lineup change. There's whole lineup changes almost every year, because freshmen go off or sophomores go off, you know, to the draft. That's really my take on it. College ball can definitely improve. I say that the NBA really needs to, as a start, I definitely will say it needs to kind of find a way to like shift the momentum on college players who've been there for maybe 2-3 years, because I feel like 3 years in college is pretty good. Hey, if you stay 4, that's pretty good too. All right, but like I said, I have no problem with a college player staying 4 or 5 years, because if you stay 4 or 5 years, get your degree and go to the NBA, and if the NBA doesn't really pan out like that, you got a degree behind it. So you know what I mean. The professional sports, don't let professional sports be your only option. You know, have other things. All right, but I'll catch y'all later. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Peace.